The world is different.
Beyond a lifetime ago, a war between nature and civilization arose overnight, seemingly without reason. 50 years ago, it paused in a tense stalemate.
1 year ago, on a cold winter's day, the mountainous city of Bulwark erupted as its long-held godly prisoner escaped his chains from beneath the stone. The decimation was the righting of a great wrong, but a terrible price was paid.
Our heroes, who set the freedom and destruction in motion, were called to the lands of their former enemy to help this god on his path to re-ascension. Their mission complete, their eyes turned back to a threat at home.
They look at their footprints, at the trail that they've blazed, a trail that led them to redemption and peace. Now, the same footprints lead them back home, and they walk a path where they might just find the end. And as the sun rises over the summit, they face the day together. Hello, and welcome back to another path. My name is Chase, and I continue to be your GM. Today, Zaffir learns some great truths, Wra'Broth lends a hand, and both of them take care of a bit of a pest problem. Thank you to our backers, Joel, Xander, and Ice Tier Brewing for their support. If you like what you hear, and you like what we've been doing, consider donating to us at patreon.com/ghostlightmedia. And with that, sit back, relax, and enjoy your trip down another path. There we go.
That was fucking great.
Yeah, like I'm surprised that honestly, like there wasn't much lag in the video there either.
It felt pretty good on the video.
Hey, it's pretty good. It was pretty good, gang.
Video. There you go. Gentlemen, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing good.
Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, just hanging around.
Business as usual.
So just dealing with some business.
Business. Yeah, I got some secret projects in the works.
Ooh, who doesn't love secrets?
Yeah. They will not be secret projects very shortly, though.
Yay!
You're burning some oil on those, Zach Rob.
I am.
Rob.
Hey, look, I'm putting the work in. I'm trying to get it done. Next Tuesday we'll have it in the can, and then I'll try and get that split and edited into 2 eps.
Yeah, we will. We can sit down and have a little production meeting about launching, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yes.
Yeah. I can say that because by the point that you are hearing this, we have had that conversation.
I feel like both like in and out the loop at the same time. Like I'm on the lip.
Yeah, no,
like
totally,
I understand what these words mean. I just don't have the context around them.
I will tell you, and I will comically redact this with other music.
Right.
Zach is kicking off.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah,
it's gonna be pretty
So
great.
I love. I hope it's just like a random like horn that you put in there.
it will be Aruga.
Yeah, right.
So far, only our patrons know because I chatted about it a little bit in our Patreon exclusive episode of Pet Shop.
There you go.
Like a month ago, I think.
Yeah,
a little bit. We got some 5e to play, y'all. I'm pumped.
What?
You're pumped. Is that what's
it's
happening? Like you haven't played 5e in a long time or something.
I know. I mean, I know I played yesterday, but like
yesterday was a long time ago.
we played yesterday. I was also the GM there.
But
we finished a campaign.
In the grand scheme, I haven't played a lot of 5e lately.
I feel
any chance I get to play 5e, I'm gonna.
I feel that Christina is in serious talks about restarting her campaign that was in the area that Wra'Broth is from.
Oh, nice.
And where I play Karn, the Guildmaster, and I am so excited. God, I need it. I haven't played like a 5e campaign with like more than one game, or like let me rephrase that. I haven't played like a contiguous like campaign of 5e since the pandemic hit. Yeah. The last one I played, Zach, was Barnum.
Yeah.
And
we were talking about
a long time ago.
It's been a rip, y'all.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's been since probably April 2020.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, I enjoyed playing my Bearfolk Bard, but I right there, right in there,
right in the vein.
Just put it in me.
Yes,
I love it.
Only two have left, but the room feels much emptier. With Lou and Addie gone to fight alongside Jackson and Mordecai, the weight of what lies ahead falls on everyone. Grand Entreater Kalen Kane clears his throat and amplifies his words with thaumaturgy. Everybody that is not a Grand Entreater, please leave the room. And amidst some grumbling and whatnot, people leave the room.
I do a motion to, like, if Jeremiah's in the room, like, he's the master of the house.
He is.
Yeah, he should be a part of this conversation, I think, since, he's lending his house to us.
Jeremiah has been kind of lurking around the corners, and he does kind of step into the light and just grab a seat. Kalen raises an eyebrow, seeing you do that and him sit down, but then thinks better of it. He gives you the very subtle warlock's point for a message.
Cool.
Are you sure?
He is the master of the house. He is the only reason we have a place to be, and if things are being run out of his home, I know how hard he fought to get this back.
All
and
right.
if we were going to threaten that, I would...
Fine. We're going to be talking about sensitive things here.
He is one very capable, and I believe deserves to know what the plans are.
Right. He sighs and stands up on his chair, becoming eye level with everyone. All right. I think we all know what this conversation is going to be. I don't see any point in kind of messing around with it. We need to talk about the powers granted. We need to talk about the covenants.
Yes.
Jeremiah says nothing, but does kind of readjust himself in the chair.
I'll stand up. I will, sort of looking towards, Redcap Mercury and, oh god, what is the phase? Is Redcap, I'm trying to think of who was the forebear. Was that Mercury?
Yes, that was Mercury.
And then, Gaia's.
Ariel Troyer.
Ariel Troyer, yes. I look towards those two. I go, first, I promised you I would brief you on what transpired with your patrons and where things stand at the moment. Undoubtedly, you heard about the circumstances surrounding the decimation, yes?
I was read in, yes.
Beautiful. After we freed Amareya Dejani from the mountain, we landed in Erden under the care of Amberai before we knew of his true intentions for a time.
We were all a little misled. We always thought he was a little shady, but what are you going to do? Deal with the consequences, apparently.
Yes. Things, I will, as the story transpires, things could be a lot worse, so I will, anyway. About, oh goodness, how long was it ago at this point that we heard about peace talk things happening?
It had been...
It's honestly not that long.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, you...
It's been maybe a couple weeks, right?
You heard about peace talks happening, like, about 6 months ago. You left for the peace talks about a month ago.
This has been a very short month.
Yes.
Or a very long month. They received words that we are invited to the peace talks in the wilds. About a month ago, we set out to do so. And after arriving, we stayed for the initial formalities and then set off to what is called the Crucible of Light, past the autumnal line, a forest that's surrounded in some mystery and controlled by an unseelie fae, but nonetheless, Amareya Dejani reached his spark of divinity and ascended back to where he was meant to be. So he was there.
Yes, I have been read in on most of the broad strokes about what happened.
Cool. So you know where that has landed. He's up there. Captain Jackson Silver is one of his most trusted of priests. They have a pretty close connection, and I have a direct tie to him in the event that any correspondence needs to be made.
Fine. Give me an insight check.
Cool. I'm pretty good at that. That is a 16.
This guy bristled at Jackson's name.
Oh. Noted. That's fair. Like, the grand entry, like, it's like some dude popping in, like, hey, by the way, your patron, he's my god now. Thank you very much.
That seems to be a reasonable line to draw.
That's fair. And then I will look at Troyer. I go, while we were in Lee, some other news reached our attention. The Lords of the Forest, their whole goal for starting this war was to release Amareya from the mountain. The Wilds had sent retinue after retinue attempting to discuss with Greynor this, but he refused to listen. And so the Forest Lords decided the only way to make it happen was to lay siege. Once Amareya was free, their job complete, they departed, leaving behind only their spark of divinity. The archbishops have guarded it and kept that secret from their people for a while. We had discussions about that. But there was a newcomer in town, do we know that Mantellum was a Rakshasa?
You saw the hand slip back.
Well, I just didn't know if we knew the term Rakshasa.
Go ahead and make me I believe you guys figured it out. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Cool.
At advantage.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, yeah, done.
On the first roll.
Yep, you know, Rakshasa, cat demon.
Mantellum, a Rakshasa in disguise, who had taken over the Casters Guild and sparked a people's rebellion of sorts against the archbishops in hopes of obtaining the spark of divinity. Amberai, while at the talks, I would assume also, it was unspoken by the archbishops, but he wanted that as well. That was his demand in the peace talks. We stopped that from happening by finding a being that we trusted to take this spark. And Gaia agreed. It was either Gaia take it or we risk something far worse taking it.
Very well then. Very well. I suppose that does take us back to the original question, though. What's next?
So my companions, the one, Captain Jackson Silver, is looking to gain a power that Amareya Dejani has shown him in a tower in the wilds. He is heading that way at this very moment, and Miss Adelaide Charmaine has headed to meet him. My other companion, Mordecai Greenstone, is fighting his way through the underground to Erden in hopes of taking Amberai out and perhaps being able to turn some of the Amber Forge to our side. Gain us a little more ground in this fight and being able to lead a pincer maneuver on the city. However, in the vaults of the Grand Entreaters in the city, there is power that we can claim to help with this fight.
We are well aware.
I know you are. I'm just saying that at the moment is my plan, as I believe Grand Entreater Baelit as well, and any of you who wish to join us.
I don't know how much help mine is going to be. Grand Entreater Troyer stands and just begins to pace. It's dangerous. It's really dangerous. But it could be a last-ditch effort, if nothing else.
I mean, danger is all that we have. No matter what we choose to do will be dangerous. It's what danger is going to give us the greatest benefit. And although we've got some extra power coming, hopefully some gods on our side, anything that we can do to bolster ourselves, I think is worth the risk.
Give me another insight check.
That is an 11.
So an 11 is going to get you 2 people. As you kind of just scan the room and take a look, Baelit has his eyes downcast, like clearly deep in thought. Kalen looks like he's like actively cooking up an idea. You can't really get a read on Ariel or Red Hop, though.
Yeah. We've got, 5 of the 6 Grand Entreaters right now?
Yep.
And the Wanderers is the only one that's on here, yes?
Correct.
Awesome.
Baelit kind of shakes his head. Right. Do any of you know what's in yours? Like, I've got a pretty good idea of what's in mine. And at that, you see all of the 3 other Grand Entreaters just kind of shift in their seats. A clear tell that they know. Yeah, we know. Ariel and I do, at least. I'm not sure how much help mine is going to be, though. And Ariel clearly knows. And she just kind of stops moving and holds on to her chair.
Now, I know that we are down one of the Grand Entreaters at the moment.
Uh-huh.
As I previously stated, Mordecai Greenstone was tied to the Wanderer for a while. Perhaps that could lead us, give us some idea where the Grand Entreater has gone off to, where they have been.
If he's here, maybe we can do some kind of a communing. But that might be tricky. Open to it, though.
I plan to go and claim whatever power resides within my vault.
Oh, you know what power it is.
I do?
You don't know when you learned it, like all of these other things that you initially denied, and as you continue to take responsibility, they come back online for you. You know what's inside. The command line.
Enter mode.
You may, one time, for free, edit, add, or subtract one character from any official item, spell, or attack description of this world. Like a letter or a number.
Oh, I can subtract one.
Or add one, or edit one.
Ooh.
Super Ring of Grammarian.
Oh, nice.
You can do this more than once, but beyond that first time, there will be grievous personal consequences to channeling that much of the deep. You can very easily lose yourself, either personality-wise or your life, by doing this.
Damn, that's pretty cool. Shit. Mine could be invaluable in the right circumstance. So I am going to take that. If you do not think it will be beneficial, or you do not want to hazard the risk, I do understand.
Baylet looks up. I'm also taking mine. This has to be all of our individual choices. We can't make this for anyone else. Kaelin looks up. I'm taking mine as well. The trouble is going to be getting to it. It happens to be wherever the seat of power for Bulwark is. For the government of the sovereign people of Bulwark, that is where my door is. Presently, that is at the top of the mountain. Bit inaccessible.
And getting up there would be difficult, yes. Do I have an inkling as to where mine would be?
There is a massive fountain in the center of one of the market spaces. You just slide right in.
That fits.
But Kaelin, in his traditional overly dramatic fashion, stands up and picks up the key. However, as we are the most local governing body, for lack of a better term, of the people of Bulwark, I would like to officially declare this meeting of the Grand Entreaters open. And as we are the lead governing body, I think this should work then. And walks over to a wall, sticks the key into what looks like a flat surface, and turns it.
Okay.
And a door opens.
That was slick.
You know, I kind of been cooking that one up for a few days, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'm just really glad it worked, because I would have looked like a fucking fool.
Hey, loophole on loophole, like, way to go.
Thank you. He walks into... It is a small circular room. You're just kind of like peeking in. It is very finely decorated, and in the center of the room, there is a book. And he walks out, shuts it, takes the key. This is the General's Playbook. This will allow us to make a stand. I can pull, using this, either an army of people of our lands, or people of the General's lands, to come and siege Bulwark.
Ooh.
The people of our lands, we would owe the General nothing. That is the simple mustering. That is nothing to him. The people of the General's lands, well, we'd owe him a pretty big boon after the fact.
Yeah, that is fair.
And not to mention, his ilk would be around as well. which is not going to be anybody's favorite.
Yeah.
But these are not decisions we have to make in this moment.
All right, well, hey, that is one down. So
Troyer speaks up. Mine is, it's about midway up in the farms. I can be there to use it if things go just terribly. It will likely... If we thought what you did was bad, Zaffir, this would be cataclysmic in comparison. But it would work. It would work right away.
would it be like Planeswatch, but worse?
Yes.
I understand what you mean now. Perhaps a last-ditch effort, maybe. Over the last year, that the people of Bulwark put so much effort into rebuilding, I
hate to see it lost again.
I don't think that we can destroy that again.
No. If it stops the spread of the infection, maybe. Maybe.
If we need to. But otherwise, let us explore other options.
Red Hop speaks up. Mine's down by the docks. Shouldn't be too hard to get in. Honestly, I could probably snag a boat. I'd probably beat y'all there. But I've never been able to make heads or tails of it. I've visited it time and time again. It's a library. A darkened library. Filled with scrolls and diagrams, designs. Best as I can tell, it was designed to help defend against a siege. Not fight one. But maybe there's something in there. Maybe something your Jackson could use better than I could. I'll get there. I'll see what I can find.
So, it sounds like everyone is on the same page, then.
Seems like it.
So, we've got a job to do. We need to get in as unseen as we can. And be ready if we are spotted.
Right. Let's give it a day. Maybe 2.
We can do that.
Continue to allow forces to muster. I've been getting reports from Concetre. We've got some folks coming in from there. Coming up over the mountain right now.
Beautiful.
We'll give them a couple of days. We'll go.
I would like to take some extra muscle with us just in case. Wra'Broth is a trusted friend to Addie. And if she trusts him, I do too.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could be very helpful.
And look, anyone who wants to fight, we're not stopping them. Everyone's got their own goals once they get in the city. We appreciate that. But we got to get past the gates first. Right. Let's break. We'll reconvene in a couple of days. Do what you can to help folk get prepared.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you all.
Thank you. They all stand up. You turn around, and Jeremiah's already gone. Wra'Broth. The Grand Entreaters have asked for the room to discuss whatever it is they needed to discuss. What do you do?
Well, I do not like waiting, so I will begin to likely pace down the hall, and the pacing will lengthen as the time goes on.
As you make your third round of pacing this massive entrance hall,
Right.
An elf walks up to you. You've met him a couple of times over the past few days. He is one of the overseers. He works directly with Jeremiah. His name is Loaf. He is been around for, since the rebuilding of this place happened. So he is really like one of the two go-to people when it comes to
delightful, weedy boy.
Yes.
That's what you do.
Very lithe built. Does a lot of CrossFit.
Very, very white bread.
Well, that's he's named after our friend Braden, because his name is spelled Braeden, and he goes by bread or white bread. So loaf.
It fits.
Yes. Yes. No, Congratulations.
I did it! I won
Card.
I won Dungeons and Dragons, you guys.
You stumbled upon it.
Yes. Loaf approaches you. Hey, Wra'Broth, right?
Right, yep, that's me.
Good. Glad. Happy to see you.
Yeah.
Do you think you might be able to help me out with something here?
Well, I was wondering how long this was going to take, so it seems I've got nothing but time.
Great. Can you come with me? We've got a situation kind of... It's a construction thing, and I need strong people to help.
Oh, I was actually hoping like it was like something like really bad had happened. And
I mean, there is something else, but I was actually kind of hoping I could ask you and Zaffir to do that, maybe?
Okay, I suppose.
Great. Come on.
Sure.
Loaf leads you outside through the courtyard into the outlying village.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell a lot of this stuff was really, really hastily constructed with whatever they had on hand.
I see.
And the problem is evident as soon as you get out there, and that is not a good way to build things. And so there are certain things that are beginning to kind of start to fall apart. They don't look great. Loaf kind of looks at you and shrugs like, really, anything you could do to help?
Is this like more like a stone, like masonry type situation, or just like picking up and moving shit, or?
A lot of it is stone, as is most of the construction throughout this area. Where there is stone, there is also like some random pieces of timber, dried cactus as well, and a lot of this very strange material, essentially like a magic wood that is created. It is entirely inorganic. We would consider it feeling like plastic, but that is not a word that these people have.
All right.
So to sort this out, we are going to do a skill challenge.
I see.
So what you're going to do, you are going to pick a skill.
Okay.
Figure out how you would use that skill.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me how you use it. I set the DC, you roll, and we see where it goes.
Sounds like a plan.
You got to get 3 successes before you get 3 failures.
Got it. We needing things to be super neat and clean, or is this a big kind of maneuvering affair?
I mean, at this point, we're just looking for it to be safe. Everything is kind of like ramshackle and falling down because we had to throw it up so quickly. Like any kind of repair work that you could do, really. Like, I'm doing what I can out here, but I am an actor. I am not a foreman.
I see.
Everything I build is supposed to go down in 3 days.
All right, let's see what I can do. I'm actually going to conjure my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And like with the idea that which is such a strange thing to say, but the idea is to sort of use it as like a mason's tool.
Okay.
As things are like very creaky, and so much I will sort of try to take out really shitty like supports, chop them down to size, if you will.
So you're trying to use your spiritual weapon as essentially kind of like a fix-all tool to kind of help you out with a couple of different things, for sure. Go ahead and make me a spell attack.
Sure. What? That's off to a pretty decent start. That's an 18 to hit.
With an 18, that is perfectly acceptable. That is 1 success.
Great.
So with that 1 success, you are able to take out a lot of the worst of the problems pretty quickly. So you are able to do that handily, and the place looks a little bit better already. What is your next move?
Following up on that, if things are if my spiritual weapon does too good of a job, I'm going to expand another spell slot to cast Shield of Faith.
Okay.
Canonically, a shimmering field surrounding a thing, or a creature typically, granting additional AC, but for the purposes of this situation, it's sort of just making sure that the mess is contained, I'll put it that way.
Because there's no check or anything involved with that, correct? Yeah.
No.
Go ahead and make me let's go with a charisma check this time.
I was actually about to ask. Dirty 20.
Easily done.
Cool.
Yeah. As you, at one point, you do see the spiritual weapon kind of lean just a little too far into a house, and it starts, and you, with a snap of your fingers, shield goes, it goes up.
And then, last and certainly not least, let me put my actual back into it. And I would like to utilize, for the purposes of this, an athletics check to sort of begin to complete the ensemble, so to speak, hopefully.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a 21.
21. Yeah, with a 21, no problem whatsoever. You've got your spiritual weapon and your shields of faith kind of like bouncing around you, and with the rest of it, you literally just get up on a roof, and Loaf tosses you some hammer and nails, and you get putting things together. And it takes just about an hour or so of kind of hard work. But you are able to get this place not looking great. It was never going to look great. This part of town may never in 100 years look great. But it is safe, and people can stay here. And more importantly, not only can the people that are already here can stay here, but whoever may be coming can stay here as well.
Is Loaf or any other folks, is there an audience for this situation?
Loaf is there. He is helping you out wherever he can.
Well, if I ever decide to retire, maybe I have a construction company to create, I suppose.
Yeah, you're not bad at all. Like, I'm genuinely impressed. I wish we had like 5 more of you here. Oh, am I not enough? And you see a yellow dragonborn peeking over the wall. Joe, you're fine. It's just you got stuff going on in there. I've got stuff going on out here, and I could use some help. Well, it looks like you've got it under control. Thank you, Joe. And Joe disappears from the wall.
That seems like a nice chap.
They're all right. They, the stage manager, they're better at this than I am, but they're inside making sure things don't fall apart in there.
I see.
Had to divide somehow.
Indeed. Special circumstances and skills for the matter at hand, if you will.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I was not expecting this. I was expecting to have trouble getting people out here, but this isn't the way I wanted to get an audience, you know?
I mean, once they're here, it's all about putting on a show.
I don't know how long folk are going to stay here. I don't even have time to rehearse. We've put a couple of shows to bed. We were in the middle of starting up a new run of things. Jeremiah got weird a little while back and just hasn't been really involved in the production side of things. That's fine. Like, I understand. Like, he's been doing this for a while, and this, Loaf just kind of gestures around, this was his goal. This was it.
Wait. You mean weirder, right? Because he was always kind of weird.
No, I mean, we're theater folks, so yes, but at the same time, like,
my point.
There was.
I just kind of wink at him.
Yes, I get it. But no, there is a 0 that we all hit. We all know where our weirdness normally sits. He got weird a couple of months, like 6 months ago or so, just really pulled back.
I see.
Spent a lot of time in his study. Joe can talk to him better than most of us. They went through a lot together, but I don't know. But I'll be honest, I am glad to have some more folk around. Rather not be these circumstances, but here we are, I guess.
Yeah, sort of like kind of cleaning the dust off of my hands and gauntlets. Seems you're in decent shape here. As far as Jeremiah's situation, still kind of lingers for you. Anything I can help with there?
No, I don't think so. I think we just kind of gotta let him run his course. People are going to do what people are going to do. We don't have much of a say in the matter.
Your classic hurry up and wait scenario. I understand.
Exactly. I'm hoping this will shake him out of it. He's been around more. As the two of you are talking, Zaffir, you have been released from the meeting and eventually find your way out of the gate to where you've been directed that Wra'Broth has been helping put together the shanty town again. So yeah, you come upon Loaf and Wra'Broth chatting next to some shanty houses. You see a massive golden spectral sword leaning up against some shanties as a shield of faith flies around after it, helping to correct the leveling of different buildings. Yep.
I say to Loaf, you're not trying to convince another Dragonborn to join your intrepid troop, are you?
Well, we are one short of where we were a while back.
Well, I'm sorry, I sort of had a lot going on.
Apparently, where have you been?
It's an ordeal.
I mean, clearly. Just kind of gestures around.
You know, brokered peace, saw two patrons ascend to godhood.
Just another Tuesday, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That sounds
Well,
about right.
I was wondering if I could give you guys kind of a more clear-cut goal, if that would be a bit of a palate cleanser for you.
Sure.
So we've got Loaf points off into the distance, and you see kind of a plateau out there. We've got this, that plateau over there. We've been thinking about trying to use it as kind of like a muster point, like a place where we can get troops going, where we can do some like practices and whatnot. We're expecting folk from up north to be getting down here really any day now, any hour now.
And it's overrun with onkeg.
Giant scorpions, actually.
Oh, man, different chitinous insect.
You were very close, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I would like it very much if the two of you could go and fight these very big bugs.
Look, given what I have been through over the last year and a half, that sounds so good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Great. I thought it was going to take way more convincing.
You know me. I'm a face. I like to play the talkie. I haven't gotten to do the smashy in so long.
Huh?
It's all about having that delicate balance, isn't it?
Well, okay. Well, let me alter that and say I haven't had to do one that doesn't take a dramatic toll on my mental health.
I see.
I mean, this is unambiguously it's a good thing. I mean, these sometimes these things are nothing to mess around with, especially the big guys.
Yeah, if they're giant, it's just worse. So
yeah. Exactly.
And yet somehow more fun.
Oh yes.
I'm glad you both seem enthused.
Cool.
I think I'm slightly less enthused, but that's because
fair.
You're way louder than me.
I mean, that's fair. My baseline volume is an 8, so that makes sense.
You have to do it, in this line of business. You just,
you just start projecting one day and you don't stop.
Just project.
Oh, is that how it goes?
Yes.
Pretty
Once
much.
the diaphragm pop, you don't stop. And
I see.
All right. Well, why don't we give this a roll? And Zaffir sort of shakes his shoulders a bit, and his outfit shimmers and sort of flutters down. It's sort of the fun robes he was wearing with some natural elements, but leather armor sort of rises to the surface as he suits up.
Show off.
You theater people are so damn extra.
Oh, I haven't shown you yet, Loth. Give me, just describe a character from any play that you might need to.
I mean, we've always been looking for a good Rolsif for the wand slinger.
And alter self, and the face changes. That's right. I have risen to new levels of method acting.
That's okay. One, super weird, super useful. I will miss your rendition of Rolsif, but that's fine.
Look. My rendition of Rolsif will not be topped. It just won't. But it will be made different by others who take up the torch after me.
It is the palimpsest upon which we work.
Exactly. Look, we're in dire times. Why don't we lift our spirits, Wra'Broth, and defeat some giant scorpions?
Like, there's just, like, this puzzled, like, look of just, like, sure.
Cool. You don't seem convinced, but I'm not. Make you a believer at the end.
As they say, the jury is out.
Is Wra'Broth just being like, what the fuck is this guy?
Absolutely.
I mean, look,
who is this pathetic lily white, like... Man.
It's a little different from what he's used to, admittedly.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm just excited to fucking let loose. I don't need to save some upper level slots for polymorph. I could just fucking...
You can go.
Go for it. This is going to be very fucking fun.
Roll credits.
No, not roll credits. We are...
Oh, yeah, title sequence. Title sequence.
So the two of you take an uneventful walk out of the tiny little Everburn shanty town. It's about like a 10-minute walk to get up there. Do you guys talk about anything in particular as you make your way up?
So, you are not from these parts, huh?
No, it's all a bit new. Fortunately, a little little forced given what's going on, but I'm up for a few trips every now and again.
Oh, well, we're happy to have you on our side. That is for sure. This isn't going to be fun. I know that you said that you sort of were in the ground zero of them showing up, yes?
Yeah, it was, I have to say, I don't really get frightened of anything. I typically am the one doing the frightening, quite literally.
Oh, but they're very scary, yeah.
Yeah, not a fan.
When I say recruited, but it was really sort of absconded. That was like ghost stories for us, you know?
Sure, yeah.
Yes, another ghost story is here.
Right, it's real, so it's not even...
It's very real, and it's overwhelming, so, why don't we're going to tear these things apart, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Matter of fact, I'm actually going to pretend these scorpions are those guys. Like, that'll make me really...
Oh, yeah.
It'll definitely help.
Just when they've got the...
Right.
Just imagine that it's...
That was incredible audio, Zach Rob.
I know, right? I march on up there, just kind of, got like some magic roiling in the deep's grasp, just ready to fucking let this shit fly.
Let's go.
You get up there, and you see sitting kind of like around like a clutch of like raised dirt, 4 giant scorpions. Let's roll initiative.
4 of them, you say?
4.
Oh, boy.
How far away from...
50 feet.
Cool. Gotcha.
That is a 13.
11.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. 12.
My initiative
12 minus 1.
And they have rolled a 12. So
Nice.
13, 12, 11.
That's amazing.
Oh, I'm at the top of the order?
Zaffir, you get to go first.
When has this ever happened?
It hasn't.
Oh, this is amazing. Ooh, okay, yeah.
Zaffir Shinastiliath. You see 4 giant scorpions in front of you.
I do. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, well, from where I'm standing, I look at the cluster of 4 of them. How close are they?
5 feet apart, 10 feet apart. They're close.
All right, cool.
What are you trying to do?
Centered on them, I let that energy I've been sort of roiling in my palm, it grow and grow and grow, and I lift it to my mouth, and I blow it into the wind, and it floats, and it floats, and it floats over to them, and then ignites as I cast Sickening Radiance.
Ooh, I love a Sickening Radiance. All right.
Yes. So
what's that save?
Constitution save of 19.
I have just rolled 4d20.
Yes.
The numbers I have rolled are 1, 5, 6, and 7.
Holy shit. What the hell?
All fail. What's the damage?
It is... Ooh, that was actually pretty good. 30 radiant damage.
Oh, shit.
That's radiance spews out. What color is it?
It's got that classic Zaffir purple.
That classic Zaff purple expands out as if it was being drawn and then pulled across the ground by an invisible hand, stretching it out evenly into a perfect 30-foot circle. All of these scorpions immediately shudder.
Now that's one of those spells that, so Chase, you can play it how you will, where it says when a creature like enters the area for the first time, but then also at the start of a turn.
Okay.
So it's one of those things, we just did it, and their turn's coming up here in a moment. So it's up to you. I'm not going to be like a damage grubber and be like, no, start of the turn, roll again.
Mm-hmm.
But so that's up to you.
I will go ahead and roll again.
Awesome.
2 save.
Okay, cool.
And so do they take anything, or is it half for them?
Oh, they also suffer a level of exhaustion.
Holy shit.
Okay.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that, and they emit a dim light in a 5-foot radius. It doesn't say halved on a success, so I don't think so.
Okay, cool. So what's the damage for the other 2?
That one was not as pretty. 22.
22. Okay. 2 die.
Wowzers!
And 2 rush you. They spend their whole action skittering towards you. I need you both to make a perception check.
Sure.
A perception check. Okay.
Perception check.
14.
14 for me as well. We are
Okay, cool. You feel the ground shake as these things start rushing towards you. Wra'Broth, you have 2 of these things immediately up in your grill.
Great.
It is your turn.
Oh,
Take them out.
Oh, they.
Well, no, actually, I'm sorry. They're not immediately up in your grill. They are, there is one that is a little bit closer to you, and then there is one that is further away just outside the edge of that circle.
Got it.
So they are about 20 feet away from you now.
Got it. Okay, so that was their turn?
That was their turn, is rushing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
They
it.
don't have any ranged... Scorpions, not notable for their ranged attacks.
Unlike Onkek, we discussed earlier.
Exactly.
Well, at least save some for me, and I'll draw my Holy Avenger as it begins to glow a 10-foot aura of light around me, and I will swingity swang.
Oh, swingity swang it.
Coming for that butt. That is a 28 to hit.
Oh my
8 to
god.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And why don't we just go ahead and and higher. That's a 30.
Okay. So which one did you go for? The closer one or the further one?
The closest
Okay.
to me. And I'll go ahead and pump 2 first level Divine's Nice into those.
Okay.
So first things first. For the swings themselves, that is 6, 8, 10, 26 points of magical slashing damage.
Dead.
I assume. Oh. I didn't even need to use the smite.
Nope.
I didn't even roll for it yet. Okay. So, well, here's a question. Because that was for both swings. Would that,
Okay.
Yeah. So would one have been, like, if I'd say, let's say just, if it was like 13.
It would have taken both.
Okay,
Like you were very close to that number.
Just
there.
making sure.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I will let you not use those smites.
Okay, great. So I'll sort of carve it with the 2 swings of my my Holy Avenger, and I'll run towards the use my movement to head towards the other one, meeting it on its way.
Okay.
Over.
Okay.
And in that case, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Spiritual Weapon again as I'm running towards it, and I'll swing with my Spiritual Weapon.
Oh man, Paladin with spiritual weapon.
Right. Oh my god, I'm rolling so well today. That's a 25 to hit.
25 to hit. Yeah, that'll do it.
And the glowing, fiery greatsword of ridiculousness does 9 points of force damage.
Okay.
That's me.
As you conjure your spiritual weapon and you drop it on this scorpion, both of you have a sudden, odd, impending sense of doom. But different ones, notably. Zaffir, you feel a nipping behind you, and as your head turns, you see 2 more giant scorpions that have burrowed up from the ground behind you.
Oh no!
My god.
Wra'Broth, you sense something different, though.
Oh.
You sense a chill down your spine.
Oh.
A chill that you have felt before.
Oh.
As a darkness
no.
from a land far away encloses around you as Sornor gets even closer.
Is this your revenant?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's been a couple of months since he's caught up with you. Seems about that time.
Raggy.
And it is the other scorpion's turn. And they are going to attack Zaffir.
That's fair, I guess.
What is your AC, Zaffir?
14.
14. All right. I have 2 out of 3 hits.
Okay. That sounds about right.
Okay. For the first attack that is going to hit, that is going to be 8 bludgeoning damage with the claw. And I need you to make me a...
Con save?
No. Not for this one. I need you to make me a strength saving throw as this thing tries to claw and grab you.
Oh, that's...
Add +3 to what you roll.
Oh, shit. Okay, that's a 22 then.
Oh, you're fine. And for the sting attack, a whopping 3 piercing damage, and making me a Constitution saving throw.
You said +3?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. That is a 16 then.
That is sufficient, so you're only going to take half damage on the poison. That is going to be 10 poison damage on you.
That's a lot of poison.
But now it's your turn.
So I've got these two right next to me, so I need to get the fuck out of here. Probably. I'm going to take a step away from Wra'Broth so that I'm not hurting him as I cast Thunder Step.
Hey!
And I think I'm going to be extra, and I'm going to shoot myself 90 feet straight up.
Okay.
I've got Featherfall, so...
I know you do. You're fine. I'm not worried.
So that's con saves.
Okay. What's the save? 19?
19.
1 pass, 1 fail.
Awesome. So that's going to be, 15 for the one that failed, and 7 for the one that passed?
Okay.
Of thunder damage. And I go up into the sky. And reaction as I start falling to Featherfall.
Okay. You are now 90 feet in the sky. You will fall at a rate to get back down there. What is that? How does that slow you down? How much?
It's 60 feet per round.
Okay, so you will be down at the ground, not next round, but the round after. Okay, cool. So you effectively get 1 round of falling with style.
Yes. 'Twas the goal.
That is going to take us to the giant scorpion that is attacking Wra'Broth.
So yeah, at Wra'Broth, you just saw the lily white dragon board just explode and then appear in the air.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Y'all are getting very lucky tonight. I'm about to send all of these dice to Dice Jail.
Yeah.
Because to
nice.
attack Wra'Broth, I have rolled with +4 to hit. I have rolled an 8, a 13, and a 10.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that ain't gonna do it.
Yep. Plate armor, baby!
Wra'Broth, it is your turn.
Do I see my my old friend coming, or do I just
Not
feel
yet.
his
He's
presence?
close.
Okay.
You can feel him.
Oh, he's so boring. Well, let's finish our dance, my bug friends, and I'll go ahead and continue my onslaught.
Okay.
Do
You've
one
got
at a
1 in
time.
front of you that doesn't look great, and the 2 that Zaffir had attacked are about 30-ish feet away from you, and they've both taken some damage.
Yep, the one that doesn't look great, I will swing at for a 25 to hit,
Hits.
and we'll go ahead and since I have some others, I roll pretty well. 16 points of magical slashing damage.
Dead.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I will then run very anime style, cutting through it, and run to the other and try to bring it down as well.
Okay. Go ahead, roll 2 attack.
Every Paladin's got to have that good move.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, was it Ragna in the first Birds had that with that big snake? You know, cut it through the mouth and all the way across it to the end. Gotta love it.
27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
But this one I'll pour first level divine smite into as it begins to the light surrounds it and is like this sort of like grayish aura. 20 magical slashing plus 18 radiant. I rolled really high.
So that's a total of 38.
Yeah.
Okay, doesn't take it down, but it's not happy about its current situation.
Oh well, it's still not. It's going to continue that as I will use my bonus action to move my spiritual weapon and.
What's the movement on the spiritual weapon?
Yeah, it's 20. It's 20 feet.
It is 20.
It's 20.
Okay, so it's a little far for you to be able to move it to attack this round.
It wouldn't have mattered because I rolled a 1. So
fair enough.
So there you go. No big deal.
Now it is the scorpion's turn to attack you.
Yeah.
Because we just moved over to the second group.
As I finish, though, I'll just kind of look up and say, "Are you coming down?"
I'm working on it.
Wra'Broth, first set of attacks against you. Actually, we've got 1 hit. I just want to double check and make sure. Let's take a look here. Let's see here. For the first round, we've got 2 hits. That is going to be a claw and a sting. All right. For the claw, 5 bludgeoning damage. Go ahead and make me a strength saving throw.
All right. Oh, I don't know. Super. 14.
That'll do.
Oh.
You are not grappled. Now for the sting. This also hits. That is going to be 8 piercing damage. Now make me a constitution saving throw, please.
Sure.
Unless you're immune to poison at this point.
Yeah, are you
not? I'm
Okay.
immune to disease and frightened.
Oh, okay. That's what it is.
Yeah.
No, that's monks that get immune to
Yeah.
poison.
So there's a con save, 18.
Yes. 18, that's fine. You're only going to take half damage from this. 27. All right, 27 poisoning damage.
That's half.
And now the other one is going to
Holy
attack.
shit. That's some decent damage. Woo.
Only one of the other attacks hit. Unfortunately, it is the poison. So that is going to be 5, 4, 7 piercing damage. And go ahead and make that con saving throw one more time for me, please.
Sure. 12.
That is what I'm looking for. So still a pass. So you're going to take half of this. So 12, so 25. That's going to be halved though. So to 12 damage.
Okay. But the first one that was 27 was half already?
That was not halved.
Okay. So then that would have been 13.
13, yes.
Okay, so because I was like, oh god. All right, cool.
No, these things are scary, but not that scary.
Yeah.
And as these two scorpions are having at you, Wra'Broth, you chance a glance over behind you, and on the other side of the cliff, you see a hand, dead and desiccated, reach over the top, followed by another hand, and pulling itself up with an unnatural strength is what looks to be a very dead individual, partially covered in some kind of a mushroom growth. Wra'Broth! Finally! It's been too long.
I'm a little busy. Can you come back tomorrow?
No.
Friend of yours!
Oh yeah. Old dead friend.
I get that. I talked to my dad. He's dead sometimes.
Sometimes.
Well, he's dead. I talked to him. And I'm falling through the sky. Give me a bit.
Yeah, right.
Zaffir, it is your turn.
Yeah, I think while I'm falling, I'm just gonna go full on Feyre, justice reigns from above.
Yep.
I love you so much.
and let out some Eldritch Blast on how many scorpions left?
There are 2 scorpions left.
Awesome, yeah. So let's fuck up the first one here. It's a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Awesome. Beautiful. That's what I like to see. It's 16 force damage.
Sounds good.
It's attack number 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 28 to hit.
That'll hit.
Awesome. Oop, no, rolled the wrong die. 14
Okay.
of force damage. Is the one still up? Or are they both still up, or did one
they're
die
both
yet?
still up.
Okay, cool. All right, and let's hit one last. That's only a 14. Well, if Wra'Broth is there, no, he wouldn't be flanking because there's 2 of them there, right?
Correct. And also you're at range.
That's fair. 14.
14 is not going to do it.
Ooh.
Beans. But yeah, so floating down and then just as 3 bolts of fucking eldritch energy go spiraling down, fucking plow into one of the scorpions. Pretty good, but not good enough apparently.
Not good enough.
And,
not quite.
And I careen the rest of the way to the ground, I would assume.
Yes. You, at the end of your turn, you make an elegant landing right next to Wra'Broth.
See, there are purposes for the things I choose to do. Mainly, looking cool.
Okay.
Zaffir, we had forgotten something. Concentration checks for the first attacks that were made against you.
Oh, for my sickening radiance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of sitting over there at this point. Like, if it goes out, it goes out. It's a 14.
14.
And 16. So I take 3 different types
I
of
think You took that I think the second attack would have failed.
That's fine. My seconding ratings can go down. It's whatever.
Okay, so that's going to take us to Wra'Broth.
So is my revenant friend is up on the edge of the cliff or whatever?
He's on the edge of the cliff, and he is making a beeline for you.
Okay. We need to clean up the rest of this dirty laundry first. So I will continue my onslaught. There's the one I just hit is I assume looking not great.
Oh yeah, both of them are looking terrible.
Pretty terrible. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and swing on that guy. That might not 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
So I'll go ahead and 11, 19 points
19.
of slashing damage.
Dead.
And then number 2, natural 19 for a 31 to hit.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus, maximum damage. That's 20 points of slashing damage.
Super dead.
So,
Yes.
and then I'll begin to move my spiritual weapon towards my revenant friend Way.
Mm-hmm.
Is Zaffir prone?
No?
No, I was since I had Featherfall.
You're good.
I land nice and flouncy and just sort of it was pretty elegant.
So apparently, when the first time I killed this guy, it was not enough. So he just keeps coming back in annoying ways.
That is so annoying.
Yeah.
It's like, look, I killed you a couple of times already.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Like, will you please just stay down?
I have chased you across the ends of the earth. Now, Wra'Broth, come to me. And he stops at about 20 feet out from you.
oh, interesting.
Do you want me to take a step aside, or like, is this your fight?
You know, if it was the first 2 times, I would have said that, but this is 7.
Yeah.
So it's not even fun anymore.
It's like the 12th time your neighbor comes out to argue where the property line lays. Like, it's just the first couple times, it was fun to kind of mess with them. But
right. I built the fence where the permit says. 1 second. And
No, it's fine. I've just walked across multiple continents to get here. Sure, I'll wait. Have you been through Dimedale? It's awful.
Okay, look, he doesn't owe you anything. You choose to keep coming back. Hold on a moment. Jeez.
It is, I promise, this is no longer a choice.
also, you could have just a cliff, really, just had to have that dramatic flair.
Just send a courier. Jeez.
It worked.
Well, it's only because we came out fighting.
It worked.
Anyway, you bore me.
He flips you off. So his turn was walking towards you. He goes at the end of the initiative. Zaffir, it is your turn.
You say he was 20 feet away from me?
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, fucking why not? 4th level shatter?
All right, awesome. X gonna give it to him.
X gonna give it to you. Yeah, that's gonna be a con save, DC 19.
Actually passes. 23.
Oh, wow. All
Revenants
right.
are not nothing.
Nothing to sneeze at. All right. So 26 subtracted by 13.
Cool.
The gauntlet snaps, and so does he.
You see surrounding the Revenant, the ground beneath him cracks and crumbles. You see from the mold and mushrooms growing off of him, a cloud of spores just kind of ejects out there. But he is still standing, and he is unmoving.
I look at Wra'Broth and go, that was pretty impressive. You don't want to know what I was able to do with that in Lee. It was gruesome.
The story of drinks then.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Your turn.
So passe, I love it so much.
Look, I just sent a Rakshasa back to hell. I'm pretty blasé about a lot of stuff at this point.
That's hashtag goals. Okay. So, since you don't mind seemingly waiting, I'm actually going to use my action to burn all of my lay on hands to bring me back to full.
Nice.
All right.
Typically,
Yo.
yeah.
There's something about that moment of just pouring all your lay on hands into yourself.
Dude, yeah, for real.
Feels so good.
So good. You remember this guy, right? And I'll spiritual weapon and get the party started.
Sure.
Let's get it started.
With 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
And terrible. I rolled a 1, so that's 4 points of force damage.
Okay.
I will say though, I do have a new present for you.
No. Why don't you come over here and show me?
And and essentially, like, I'm not gonna move just yet until my next turn. So it's just like weird standoff, and then just like bonk.
Sure.
Oh, DM, for what it's worth, my my extended sight is active.
Oh, interesting.
I used both of my 4th levels, so.
Okay, yeah.
So my cool sight turns on.
So number of living creatures in a 60-foot area. It is a 3 with a question mark.
Huh.
The extended sight doesn't know whether or not to classify the Revenant as a living being because it's undead. You see the name Sornor Cormrala above this thing's head. His live streaming thoughts, the surface level that you are seeing through it, is just, he's mine. I'm gonna get that fucking coward. He's mine.
Oh boy.
Wra'Broth. So you stay where you are?
Yeah.
Okay. He will stay where he is too. Sets himself up, and he is ready.
Okay.
Zaffir, it is your turn again.
A rare chance for target practice. I heft the hand axe off my belt, and I just throw it at him.
Okay.
And let's see if we hit. It's a 19.
19. Okay. That will hit.
Oh, rad. I'm gonna throw psychic blades on that.
Cool.
So I spent a point of bardic inspiration. 3d6 of psychic damage as well. So
okay.
So that is 5 slashing from the axe that sticks into his chest.
Sure.
And then his brain explodes with 11 points of psychic damage.
Okay. 11 points, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. As that hits, he shakes his head roughly. It hurt him, but not as much as it should have.
Hey, thanks, Pordor. I've been meaning to practice throwing that. So, all right. Wra'Broth, you got this, bud. And take a point of bardic inspiration. It's a D8.
Yay!
And there you go.
I love it. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
Enough of the games. Let's play. Wait, that doesn't work.
Okay, so you rush him?
I do.
Okay. As you get into range, he uses his held attack action, and he's going to attack you.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
1 is a total fucking miss. The other is going to be a dirty 20, so that's going to hit.
Yeah, for sure. Who's he attacking with?
His fist. He is just clocking you. And as you see his fist, you can see it is covered in gnarls and spines.
Gross.
It is something from the earth that which you wish it wasn't. 22 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, that's pretty beefy shit.
He's a spicy meatball.
Yeah, well, he because Wra'Broth is his target, Wra'Broth takes more damage from this guy.
Oh, gotcha.
Now it is properly your turn, Wra'Broth.
Right. So taking the clock and just kind of spitting some blood up. I see you also have some choice. And I'm going to cast Blinding Smite on my weapon.
Sure.
And,
Love Blinding Smite.
Right. And as it flares with even brighter light, I'll go ahead and swing away. So that's 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
And I will... Can I actually also do Divine Smite as part as well?
I believe so.
Yeah, why not?
I think so.
Yeah. Why not?
You can.
Why not?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of dice. So that is. So it's. Oh, and he's undead. So that's 5. First swing is 13 points of slashing damage for that. Then And then 30 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And I need him to make a constitution saving throw. Yes.
11.
11. He fails. He is blind.
Blinded by the light.
Yes.
He grunts in frustration as he flashes out to hit you again. Is that your turn?
Spiritual weapon.
Yes.
And does that give it advantage?
I mean, I would go ahead and say it would get advantage because you are flanking.
Yeah. Oh, that's also fair. So 17. All right. So yeah, 17 plus 8 is 25 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's an additional 10 points of force damage.
Okay. He takes that, grunts, and lashes out to attack you. First attack is going to be...
It's a disadvantage?
Yep, at disadvantage. 16, which isn't going to cut it. Second attack is going to be an 18, which I think also is not going to cut it.
18 is my DC.
Is your AC? Okay, that is your AC. All right, so this is going to hit. And he will continue to hit like a truck. And I will continue to drop dice. 21 damage on you. As he lashes out, you can see that some of the mold starts to cover areas where you have hit. It looks like he's regaining health as we're fighting him too.
Of course he is. Fucking shit.
That takes us back to the top of the round with Zaffir.
I sort of rub a couple of the fingers on the tip of my gauntlet together, making a little gross squeaky sound as I flick it over in the weird thing, Dornor or whatever his name is, and I will cast a 3rd level Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
So make a Wisdom save.
Okay. 8.
All right, that's a big old goose egg, gang.
Hey.
All right, so he's going to take 21 psychic damage.
Okay.
On a failed save, and you must immediately use your reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from me, which I would assume would also be away from Wra'Broth.
Absolutely.
And it goes taken off back from whence it came, at least for a bit.
Okay. You cast Dissonant Whispers, and it shakes its head, and it starts to move back.
Here's that dial-up tone.
Yeah. And it shakes its head as it starts to move back away. It doesn't look nearly as affected by the dial tone as it should be, but it is making just the natural instinct of the body, not even of Sornor, who's just kind of taken over this corpse that it randomly found at one point. But the body itself is trying to get away. That will grant both Wra'Broth and the floating glowing sword an opportunity attack.
Okay.
Hit it good.
I did. 28 to hit.
Nice.
Okay.
So
Hells yeah.
14 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Plus 17 radiant. We'll do another first level divine smite.
Okay.
So that's going to be 18 additional radiant.
18 additional. So that is 49 points of damage from this one attack.
Yes.
Hells yeah.
Okay.
After all this
That's
time.
what we like.
And your spiritual weapon?
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Not great. 15 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh.
This thing has a decent amount of HP, not much AC,
Got it.
which is how I like it.
Even if you failed, I had no idea if you can use your Bardic Inspiration for a spiritual weapon.
I doubt it. 8 points of radiant. Or 4 points, sorry.
It had 7 HP.
Oh, nice.
How do you want to do this?
Oh boy. You know how in Chrono Trigger, Frog and Chrono have like the X strike that just like that's how I imagine the situation. But instead of it, but it's more of a cross shape as special weapons chopping down and I'm chopping across the middle, tearing him asunder. See you next time.
in an unceremonious heap, this corpse, who you never knew, falls to the ground. You see Zaffir, from your perspective, with your extended sight, you see the name flicker and zip away, not vanish like it would as if it was dying, but be pulled off into the distance towards Bulwark.
Towards Bulwark? Ah!
Go ahead and make me an Arcana check, Zaffir.
Okay. It's a 24.
Going towards the nearest corpse.
Oh, there's a lot of corpses there.
There's a lot of, and look, here's the thing. You don't know which one it's going into. It's just the nearest suitable corpse for him to continue his dark work is in Bulwark.
That guy really doesn't like you.
No, he doesn't.
Like, that's like obsessively so.
You got a good lick in this time, though.
Oh, okay, one second. And I'll do a second level Cure Wounds.
Oh, well, thanks.
I'm only going to heal your heart.
Terrible.
That's 13.
Hey, I'll take it.
Yeah, but at what cost?
At what
going
cost?
to heal your heart. Whoa.
That's amazing. I really should deal with that permanently, but I don't.
Yeah, I
really
don't
know how to do that. You kill a guy once, you think they're gonna die, then stay away. And even undead. Like, I killed a lich. The lich didn't come back and be like, revenge.
Yeah, that guy needs to get over it. It's like, kill me once, shame on you. But, like, kill me twice?
Like, it wasn't...
Shame on me.
It wasn't even personal the first time. You were trying to take... You and your ravaging force of undead were trying to take over a city, and then it's... I'm just like...
Yeah, you got to step in.
Right. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I prefer the living to live in the city. It's just my personal preference. And so here we are several months later.
Well, yikes.
Right.
That was fun, though.
I actually did have a really good time.
I think that was much needed. Hey, up top.
Yeah, you're actually really talented.
Yeah.
You don't take compliments well. That's hilarious.
No, it's complicated.
Oh? Well, we have a little bit of a walk back.
Okay.
Oh, do we have to grab these? This is like old school where you have to like show off the carapaces and stuff.
No, I don't know if we're getting paid for it.
I was actually, I forgot to ask about that. But let's not. I need to get rid of this corpse. And I think I should take out my other great sword and say Flame of a New Dawn, and it lights up with fire, and
that was so cool.
And I stick it in the middle of like what I assume to be the rib cage, and just wait for it to
catch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
It's
really fucking cool.
The fungus dried considerably. It looks like he had been in this body for a while, and that fungus was barely hanging on, and it goes up like a bag of Doritos, like just. You are standing on the top of this cliff with several broken and beaten giant scorpions and the burning remains of some unknown dead man.
Yeah. Well, you wanted the story, and I sort of put like an arm up on Wra'Broth's shoulder as we walk away. Let me tell you about the time I took on the name Blinsky the Badger Malkov. And we walk off
and you, the
into
two
the
of you
distance.
And that's roll credits.
Yeah, and that is, in fact, roll credits.
Nice.
That's great.
Thank you for joining us here on Another Path. You can find our website and merch store at anotherpathpodcast.com, on Twitter at anotherpathpod, and our network at ghostlightmedia.net. You can support our efforts by donating at patreon.com/ghostlightmedia. A special thanks to our donor, Nathan N., or by giving us a rating or review over on Apple Podcasts or whatever podcatcher will let you. You can find me on Twitter at TQLoudly, Zach at ThatGuyZachRob, and Duval at Duval King Jacob. Duval can also be found as the co-founder of At the Amphitheater and host and DM for Duval and Dragons on At So Many Games Twitch channel. We'll be back in 2 weeks with a new episode, and until then, remember that while everybody talks about being freaked out by spiders, at least they don't come with swords on their butts. This isn't a joke. This is just how I feel. This has been a Ghostlight Media production.